Hey pals, I'm Paige Miller and I'd like to welcome you to Frame and Fiber, which is my custom framing and yarn shop in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. So welcome. Today we are going to be talking about picture framing. So I am doing a series of videos on the design process of custom framing, and it's specifically for my customers who are not local to me. So this is a way to show you guys that you don't necessarily have to be local to your picture framer to have a custom design process. So this video, my friend Rachel is my customer in this one. If you do have any questions, I would love to hear them. Let me know what you think about the videos. If you have any questions about picture framing, yeah, anything. So I hope you enjoy the video.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm here with Rachel and we will be picture framing her cross stitch. So Rachel, thanks for being here with me today.
Thank you. It's great to be here today.
Will you let everyone know a little bit about the piece that we're framing and about yourself?
Okay, I am Rachel of Treehouse Knits. A lot of you probably know me more as a knitter, but about a year ago, I got back into cross stitch after not doing it since I was a teenager. And the piece in front of you, it's one of my favorite hymns for Christmas time, Silent Night. And when I saw this cross stitch just reminded me of the evening Christmas Eve service when you sing Silent Night. In the church I grew up, we would sing it also in German. And I really love the idea of stitching on a darker fabric. It was shown with a cream fabric, and the darker fabric, you can't see it here, but it also has little speckles, so it reminded me of stars. And I love white churches. I have a thing about white churches. Yeah, I loved it. I love the winter scene. I love the snowflakes on there. The Silent Night, Holy Night, all is calm, all is bright. I used a silk thread for the first time. I'd never used silk before. The rest is all DMC. Nice. So it was just a real learning piece. You're not going to talk about the back of my piece. I'm sure everyone who brings a cross stitch into you is like, don't look at the back. So I'm not going to say that.
Lots of people do not want me to look at the back.
But it is a newbie. Not newbie, but I have not cross stitched in a long time. And the last cross stitch I did was actually Kathy, the cartoon. Remember her?
Gosh, yeah.
It was in high school, and it's Kathy, and she's got food all over her, and it's a messy kitchen, and it said, kiss the cook. And I never got it framed. And recently, maybe a year ago, I found it just crumpled up in a box that had gotten moisture in it. So the fabric had some orange on it. It just rust, and I threw it out. And I thought, I need to take better care of cross stitch. Let's frame this.
Yay, I'm so glad we're framing this. This is going to be fun. So I was kind of rummaging around with my frames and my matting samples before we got on Zoom together. So I have a few ideas for you, but the color is really cool on this. This background, fun.
This is a linen. I think it's a Belfast linen.
Oh, it's beautiful.
30 count, 32 count.
Was it hand dyed?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool. All right.
If I were a professional cross stitcher, I could tell you the name of the company and all that stuff, but I don't remember.
Well, if you want to, after this is done, if you want to send me an email with any information about it, I can link it in the down bar for anyone watching who might want to make it.
I will try and do that.
So let's talk about picture framing this.
Okay.
You have a preconceived notion of what this was going to look like framed, or were you kind of unsure?
I am curious what you think, mostly. So I don't want to you've already selected some ideas, right? So I'm not going to skew your ideas.
Well, so that's really sweet of you to say. But this is your cross stitch and you need to love it. So if I pick anything out that you're like, whoa, that is not what I was thinking, we will nix it.
So I kind of envisioned something that feels churchy, like a church pew or an ornate kind of distressed looking creamish white colored frame, something that looks church, like an old traditional church.
Okay, like traditional, but with some age to it.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Let's look at the matting first. So with the cross stitches, we should definitely mat them because we never want the glass to touch the fibers because it will compress it and that lovely texture will just be crushed and so no glass touching it. So I pulled out, because of the background, I pulled out some darker blue matting, which would look great with what you just described. I will send you images over email so that you can really see up close details and you can see the colors perfect as I can get them for you. So I kind of went off the Silent Night color there. And I picked the darker of the blues and I just thought that would be really pretty. This is a linen.
Ooh, I love that idea.
If I can get it. No, it's pretty. It's a very fine, very even linen. But because of the fabric, the linen that it's on, I just thought a fabric mat always looks better with the cross stitches than a paper mat because the paper mat colors are never as intense and rich as the fabric. So
I didn't even know mat board came in linen. Is it wrapped in linen or is it?
So these are pre-made. So they're actually it's a very thin layer of fabric that's being glued to the top of the mat board.
That is so cool.
It's pretty cool. I actually wrap mat board myself in linen. If I do it a lot with designers and decorators, they will come in with these gorgeous fabrics that they've used in these beautiful homes and they have extra, and I'll do a mat for like, you know, a family photo or the liner on a mirror, something like that, just to like,
Ooh.
It's really fun.
Like your mats you do with the Mrs. Brown bags remnants.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, how cool. I didn't know you did that.
All right, so that's how I got the idea for those little mats, was seeing her fabric and, you know, tying it all together.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. I wanted to show you a couple different top mats though. I figured that the bottom mat, I'm doing a creamy white rather than a bright white. That way the white of your stitches will be the brightest.
Yes.
That'll draw your eye. Okay, so here's another one. I don't know if you can see the difference when I take it away like that, but this is the first one.
Yeah.
That's the second one.
Hmm.
I can zoom it too. And then
It's linen as well?
it's linen as well. This next one that I'm going to be showing you is a faux suede. And I think you can see, I can see on my screen that it's a little bit textured.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. That texture kind of feels like the cushions in the church pew or.
And it's a faux suede. So it has that, it's almost like a velvety texture.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I like the colors of all three of these. It's hard to choose. I think we can we'll start looking at the frame before we really decide which one you like best.
Yeah.
And this might be one of those things where I send you a picture of all three so you can really see them and compare them that way.
Mm-hmm.
So let's keep this one down here so far. All right, so picture frames. I did not pull any picture frames off the wall because, as I said to you before, I had a few snafus this morning. So let's see. So you wanted to look at something kind of traditional, kind of rustic, and definitely like a creamy color.
I think so now with those mats. I think that would really pop. Yeah, I envisioned just, distressed, like a off-white with lots of, I don't know, detail, whatever you call that in frame speak.
Frame speech.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a few different sizes as well, because maybe you're not into big or you want something wider. So there's really no rule as far as what works other than this is a small piece, so we can really use any frame. I don't think we need to worry about that. Let me put these.
And just so you know, I think where I'll put this is I'll lean it on my mantle with other stuff around it.
Okay, so keeping it small might work then.
Yeah, well, it's a big mantle, so, and I'd like it to I don't know.
So you won't be hanging it though, but it'll be on. So, okay.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, let me do that. I'm going to grab, I might go off screen for a minute just to grab some more frame.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit more rustic than ornate.
Yeah. But I like that. Ooh. I like that. Is that really white?
Yeah, so that's a really, out of all of them, that's a white paint.
Mhm.
A lot of these are washes that are more like stains that they rub off. This is a paint that they've chipped off, and you can see, let's see if we can get this closer. You can see
Yeah.
the texture. That's like grayish, brownish. So it's a pretty
That's
cool.
kind of how I'm envisioning that church,
Yeah.
the slats on the outside of it. And I used what's it called? A thread that's been hand dyed. So it's got kind of a marled look.
What I'll do too, just for any viewers at home, I will definitely take pictures close up of the cross stitch so you guys can really see the detail. So you can see that's pretty cool. I'll probably insert somewhere in here a picture so you can see.
So that frame is really looking cool on my end.
Let's go from here. So let's go back to, this is the most basic.
Mm-hmm.
It is a creamy, and it's definitely a wash. So what comes through is the natural wood comes through.
Can you lift it closer to the camera?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now I can see really well. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice too.
I'll show you the profile. So like that's what it looks like across the top.
Mm-hmm. And is that the thinnest of the frames you're showing me?
Not the thinnest.
No. Okay.
I'll show you the thinnest next. So this one is the thinnest.
Oh yeah. Okay. More ornate.
Yeah, definitely. This little dental detail out here is just, it's so pretty. So again, this is a white wash. But what's really neat is and it's not translating on the camera, at least for what I'm seeing. This in here, see how it's a bit darker than the panel?
Yeah.
It's a little bit on the grayish blue side. So I'll definitely take pictures so you can see that one up close.
Ooh, that's pretty too.
It's really pretty. And so that's the thinnest.
Ooh.
Right? So now that is, let's see, you saw the brightest white. This is the creamiest, but it also has a touch of gold. So the underpainting, it's not the right term, but the underpainting is basically this gold. Yeah. And then they brush it with this white. So, and it looks pretty with your trees and the star.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, I never would have thought of that. That's what's fun about framing with you. Like, I mean, I was thinking, oh, just go to Hobby Lobby and look at frames and put it on mat board and stick it in the frame, but this is more special for sure.
Also,
wow.
If you're thinking, is this going to be out just at Christmas, or is this going to be all the time?
Probably just December, yeah.
Oh, this definitely has a more festive.
Oh, good point.
So that one.
Oh, good point. You're right. I was thinking, oh, it doesn't really go with my decor, but it does at Christmas when I've got all my schmick-schmack out.
Okay, now that one. Let's pull this up closer. So, let's see. So this in here is a distressed silver.
Oh.
And then this is made to look like old plaster that's kind of been, dragged.
Weathered. I know how that feels.
It has a little bit of a shine in there, but not too much. Like, I wouldn't say it's over the top shiny. So that just has that old church feel to it as well.
It does.
Okay. Again, you already saw this one, but just to bring it back out.
Yep, I love that one.
Any of these that you did not like, I'm going to put them on the screen just so you can see all of them together and say, no, get rid of this one, get rid of that one. And the only reason I'm putting that on top is because these have Velcro on the back and I don't want the Velcro touching.
Yeah. That would be great. All the stitches come pulling out.
Right.
Yeah, you can really see the different colors.
Yeah.
I know for sure that I know the ones I like more than the ones I kind of put the ones I don't like out of my mind for some reason.
So let's get rid of the ones that you like or that you like.
Yeah. I really like the bottom two a lot. And then I guess my least favorite was the one with the little balls all around because I think it got too busy. Yep, that's my least favorite, I think.
Okay.
I think maybe not the one with the little silver, just because I like the idea of going with the gold. That middle one, that's the first one that I was like, oh, I like that a lot.
Right.
But
it's also the most plain out of all of the ones that you have.
Yeah. And I was thinking, well, if it's up all year, I kind of like that more farmhouse chic or just
right.
Farmhouse modern, it's not,
That's
but
it.
you're right. It's a Christmas decoration. So, yeah.
All right, so let's look at this again. This is also the biggest one. These two here, unfortunately, do not come bigger. So if you want the wider, if wide is more important to you than the thinner, this is, we'd have to start looking at other things.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of these are a fine size for the piece. This, the bigger one here, we would just need to show some more matting to balance. So it would be about that much. So the blue mat would be a little bit wider than the frame. So that will make it bigger. That said, the matting's not going to be that much smaller for these. So just to think about size and.
I like the rustic of that one. Did you already, which one was the one with the gold underneath? I kind of like how that's bringing out the trees.
It really brings out the trees.
What's your favorite?
So I think this one is my favorite. And I would not have thought that in the beginning.
Me neither.
I was thinking more on the lines of this one.
Yeah.
So I would have probably thought, oh, that's those, one of those will be it. So
yeah.
I really think this is cool. And, that's the thing with picture framing. Sometimes I tell people don't take into account your decor, just go for the piece. Other times, like this is for Christmas. So you do want to take into account what you're actually using it for, not just the artwork. So you can play with this one, I think, a little bit more because you're only going to be using it at Christmas.
Yeah.
So, and then here's your pretty distressed one as well. I have to say, I will say this, to narrow it down to two.
Yeah, I agree. I like the two that those are my two favorite as well.
Let's see them with the top mats. Maybe you will like one more than the other with the mat. Do you like the idea of a dark top mat?
I do. I like that it pushes out the distance, it's the darkness.
I'm going to also maybe just switch up the corners too. Maybe you'll like it up here more.
Yeah, that helps. And you would definitely do a white mat underneath as a little.
Yeah, I think the white is probably the best choice here because if we just did the blue by itself, it's pretty. There's enough contrast between the background and the mat to work. Just the little white mat, it just dresses it up and makes it
does.
Special.
Yeah. You wouldn't put like what would a mat, the color of like, I don't know, the gold in that, or the gold in the windows, or would that even show up?
Oh yeah, I definitely. Well, yes, I think it would. It'll look a little different. Again, it's just about 1/4 of an inch to 3/16 of an inch that you're going to see. So it won't be a huge change because, we're not going to go super dark with it. But let's see. They look so yellow on the screen,
They do.
right? They are not, they're more goldeny, buttery colors.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I like the white. I was just curious.
Well, watch what happens though. So you see how bright yellow that is. Once I put the blue on it, it tones it down.
No, I like the white.
Where's the frame? Oh, here's the frame.
Yeah, I think you're totally right with the white. It just feels like snow around the,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right,
not for this one.
let me put the white back.
No, I love that. Now, is that the velvety one?
This is the velvety one. I just wanted to move it up into the top corner. Let me try the three mats again. It's funny, so that one's not translating as well on the camera to me. Because this thread that you used is like a tonal thread, each one of the mats is picking up a different tone in the thread. So for me, that's a hard one.
That's more of a blue coming through.
Yeah. And
I like them all for different reasons. Like the velvety one, I like because it looks nice from in my camera with the background fabric. I think it's just I mean, I like them all, and I think I really like the picture that I'm seeing here. Is suede? You said faux suede. Mm-hmm. It looks kind of marled like the it just looks like a deeper shade of my background fabric. Well, and I kind of like that.
That's why I liked it too, because the color was like perfect. Like you just said, it's a deeper shade of the background.
Yeah.
But it also, because it has like, see, that's it looks darker. And then this part right here looks lighter.
Yeah.
It really the dark and light on the lettering too. So
yeah. I can't believe I'm saying that because I love the idea of linen, but for Christmas, I think that would be just warm and cozy.
I do too.
Looking, and then if you put that frame, it would have to be probably the gold. I like that too, but what's the distressed color on that lighter one?
I would say it's grays and like a fawn colored brown.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me of the outside of the church.
Right, and that's exactly.
Which is nice, but it's definitely a colder look. That other frame kind of feels like the inside would feel.
I have it smaller if you like the way that this smaller one's looking.
Yeah, I can totally see it. I think I like the chunkier frame.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love chunky frames, so.
Yeah, me too.
Between that one and this one.
I really like the first one.
Right.
I don't know. It's that's what I was thinking in the first place with the distressed look.
And it's so pretty, and like you said, it's the outside of the church. Like,
yeah. What would you pick, Paige?
Oh, that's hard. So let me show you the profile of this one, so you can really see.
Ooh, I like that.
Isn't that pretty? I'm going the wrong way.
It's Santa's sleigh, Paige.
Oh, it is a sleigh. Well, and it's a very traditional molded style, so you probably could see this around the windows in the church.
Yes. I really like that.
At the end of this video, I will have the final piece to show everyone, so they'll get to see what mat you end up with, if it's the linen or the suede. I will send you pictures of those. That way you can really see it.
Oh, I love it.
I think you can go wrong with either one.
So much better than my Hobby Lobby frame I was going to go get with my 40% off coupon. And then on the back, I'd use packaging tape to seal it in.
If you do have any questions about anything else as far as the picture framing goes? Like, we've picked out the design elements. As far as the glass, it is a conservation glass, so it will help protect it from fading. I can show you the pricing between the museum glass and the conservation clear, just so you can decide. And I'll show you examples of the museum glass as well.
And you said the mat makes it so the glass sits above my stitches, so it won't be smashing into my stitches.
Nothing will be smashed. Also, when it comes to your cross stitch, there won't be any adhesive or glue touching this. I know a lot of cross stitchers buy those sticky boards and stick, like that is so against my religion.
Yeah, it's definitely a contentious conversation in the stitching world. Oof.
Yeah, glue is evil. All right, I'm just kidding. Glue isn't evil, but
if it's something you want to keep and force on your children when you die.
If you want to force it on your children and maybe have them force it on your grandchildren, no glue. That's funny. So what used to happen when I first started picture framing, we did something called lacing, which was sewing from wrapping the fabric of the cross stitch around the mat board. Like this was the mat board, and so it goes across the front, and then on the back here, I take thread and lace it together to keep it tight. This is a small piece. It doesn't really need the lacing. So I will be using, it's like the tiniest little needle, and it puts fasteners into the fabric. And so they're completely reversible, and it makes my job so much easier than lacing. If you ever need to, for some reason, have this taken apart, I don't know, you want to take pictures of it, and maybe your kids fight over it. So you're like, all right, that's it. I'm going to take a picture. You can all have one, you know?
Yeah.
Take it apart. These are simple. You just like cut them. So really easy. So
interesting.
Yeah, so the mounting is 100% reversible, which is the rule when it comes to picture framing.
Yeah, that is so cool. You know, I see these old samplers people will buy, and they take it apart to see what the stitching looks like on the backside, because that gives you the actual color that, 300 years ago they stitched it from. And the way they've mounted it is with these nails, all around, and there's rust stains all around. But you can kind of date the cross stitch or the sampler by that. So now they're gonna, in 300 years, when they open up my cross stitch, they're gonna be like, oh, these little pin nail thingies. Yeah, that was the 2020s.
Yeah, exactly. All right, baby.
Nice.
So
thank you.
You're welcome. I will, again, like I said, I will email you pictures and the pricing so you can okay or deny. If you have any questions, contact me and we'll go from there. And I will be in touch. If you're okay with it, I'll send you a picture of the finished product so you can see it before I ship it off to you.
This is so cool. I'm so excited.
I'm glad.
Thank you, Paige.
You are very welcome. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So that was me and Rachel designing her cross stitch, which came out beautiful. I have the finished product here for you to see before I ship it off to her. Rachel is in Michigan and I am in New Jersey. So this will be mailed to her. And it came out so good. So there might be some glare on it because I'm at the front of my shop. I did use museum glass on this. So here we are. Here's her cross stitch. And then there's the framing. I think this came out so great. I kind of was joking around with Rachel and telling her that I wanted to keep this for myself because it's really that good. The museum glass is really lovely. It is anti-reflective, so you will see a little bit of reflection, but it doesn't have that etched quality that non-glare glass has. And museum glass is color true, so the green tint that is generally found in normal glass is removed from this, and so the colors are much more vibrant and true to the artwork. So it came out great. I love it. I think I already showed it to Rachel and she loves it. So I will package that up and send it off to her. Again, I didn't do any, I'm kind of bummed that I didn't do any process video for this one because it is a cross stitch, so it is a little bit more of a unique process. which I have several other cross stitches in the next few videos to do. So I will do a process video for you for sure. Like I said in the beginning, if you have any questions, anything about the framing or custom framing process at all, please reach out to me and let me know. If you would like something framed, also reach out to me. And even if you do have a local framer but just want a little bit of a consultation, reach out. All right, that is it. So until next time, be well. Bye.